everyone, welcome back to Lucky15, and in this video I'll be giving you my Lucky 15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action, as usual here on the channel. Now before we get stuck into those selections, I just want to say that tomorrow is going to be the first time since I've had my surgery. If you haven't been aware, back in October I took a little bit of a break from my YouTube channel because I've had health problems over the last couple of years, and I had to have a major operation, which was one of two operations, and I had the first part and it all went well, but I haven't been able to get back to the racecourse since. And I'm going to Newbury tomorrow, and I'm doing what I used to do throughout the summer and what I've been doing over the last couple of years. I do live reporting on Twitter from the track, so I really like doing it, getting up and close and personal with the horses. And I'm going to Newbury tomorrow, where they've got a really interesting card. They've got a lot of good young horses, especially with the likes of Nicky Henson sending a good team tomorrow, looks like. Also as well, Alan King, Harry Frey, they've all got some interesting runners, Philip Hobbs as well. So looking forward to going tomorrow, and there should be some good horses who maybe could be going on towards the Cheltenham Festival later in the season. So the place to follow me, if you don't do so already, is to follow me on Twitter, and my handle is at LuckyLoads15. It says so at the end of the video, and that's where all the tips, all the selections for every race of Newbury will be tomorrow. We'll probably start putting up the tweets from the racecourse when I get there. Hopefully I'm aiming to get there about 11:30, so stay tuned for that if you haven't done so already. So anyway, without further ado, we'll get straight into the first selection for tomorrow, and we go to Lingfield for the first one on the all-weather in the 1240 with a horse called Beehar, 7-2 bookmakers at the moment, trained by the solid trainer that is John Gosden. He's in flying form at the moment, especially in the winter. He's operating at a 39% strike rate. Rab Havlin, one of his main jockeys, is booked for the ride. This horse ran quite eye-catchingly last time when it was running at Wolverhampton in a novice race, and it finished in 5th place, completely blew the start and was running on very strongly at the end. Now Lingfield is a track where horses often tend to come off the pace and finish flying at the end, and I just thought Beehar tomorrow, if this horse could get the start a lot better, it would have learnt for that experience. I thought could be putting down a late charge at the end and could possibly nick it, and with the yard going in good form, I wouldn't be at all surprised if Beehar could win, and I thought it wasn't a bad price at 7-2. We then go to Ludlow for the 12:55 for quite a small chase race here, but I like the chances of a horse called Chameron tomorrow, 15-8 bookmakers at the moment, trained by Paul Nicholls. He's yarding in good form. Harry Cobden, his main man, is booked for the ride. Now I think this horse has had a few problems along the way, had a fair career over hurdles in France, but has always been seen as a chaser by Paul Nicholls. This horse finished last season in 2nd place on its only appearance on a racecourse when it finished 2nd at Exeter. Last time out it made its seasonal reappearance at Chepstow, where it fell in what was quite a warm race, but it was going to be beaten that day, so it probably did need the run. I think it would have come on for that run as well, and this horse has always had plenty of ability. Also as well, it's got some good horse racing owners, and I believe Alex Ferguson might have a share in this horse as well, so they're probably keen on it to get off to winning ways. Paul Nicholls does well when he sends his novice chasers to Ludlow, and I just thought tomorrow was quite likely winner of this race, so it could be a good bit of placing Paul Nicholls has done there. We then stay at Ludlow, and we have to wait a couple of hours for the next selection in the 2:35, and I like a horse called Spider's Bite, 7-2 bookmakers currently, trained by Henry Daly, who in my opinion is an underrated trainer, in the colours of Trevor Hemmings. Andrew Tinkler's booked for the ride. This horse finished on its chase debut last time out behind a nice looking horse of Ian Williams called the Kings of Realms, who was fancied to do well at Doncaster at the weekend but really didn't do well. But I just thought this horse could go very well tomorrow at Ludlow. A dual race winner at Ludlow. It's won twice there in its career. It won a bumper there, and also as well won a hurdle race last season. Won't mind as well if the ground goes soft, as it did win earlier in the year on soft ground at Ludlow. So if there is a little bit more rain around tomorrow and the ground does get softer, Spider's Bite should be able to handle that. It shaped really well last time out, and I thought could definitely go well returning to Ludlow, where it's done well before. So for me, at 7-2, still unexposed, could definitely go well tomorrow, and I could see that one being hard to beat if it turns up. We then then go to the 255 at Lingfield, and I like a horse here called Dance to Paris, 11-2, but makes at the moment, trained by mainly a jumps trainer, but she has some flat horses. Lucy Wadham and Jim Crowley is a good jockey booking for tomorrow. Now this horse won a hurdle race last time we saw it at Fakenham, where it's been campaigned over the hurdles, was campaigned on the flat, but never won a race really of any note. But this horse did shape okay a few times last, I should say, earlier in the year, on the all-weather with some decent runs at Chelmsford and at Lingfield. I thought for Mark tomorrow in this race of 73 with some better form, especially over hurdles, if it could go to an ability of that, I thought 11-2 tomorrow had a really good chance of going quite close and has shown some good form on the all-weather. So for me, I thought 11-2, that wasn't a bad price, and that's going to be the final selection to end off the video. So if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button to my YouTube channel here at Lucky15. Also as well, follow me on Twitter for those Newbury updates tomorrow. And that's all I got to say, so please gamble responsibly. Hopefully we can have some winners, and we'll be seeing you soon.